No, he dropped it. He said he's allowing everybody to react to the diss tracks.
Oh, okay. But he's still probably trying to monetize it, though. I'm sure
Mhm.
you can watch it. Netflix just pulled my footage of from the roast last night, even though it was total
Yeah.
fair use. I just avoid it. Songs are way more harder, so that's why I don't
Hmm.
try to play the songs. They have a bigger argument. Wonder who's smoking detector that is. Paul said earlier. I don't know. I missed that if someone's went off. But thank you for the 5, or sorry, 2. Skull State of Mind became a member. Welcome. Best way to support is also through our Patreon. That's just a nice way because we get more of the support and we have more things that are becoming there. So please, if you can, and you can do it, subscribe over there for free. I Wear Khaki says there has been rumors for years that Drake put out the hit on XXX
Oh,
Sentis.
that's
Uh,
probably the next new move, though, dude. Yeah, in the rap
got it.
battle.
Okay. And then Baca, not nice in OVO, had 6 counts of trafficking humans. Yikes.
Yeah, I sent you that link and headline.
There's lots more clear to report on as we will as this case continues, as this thing happens. Too real. Mrs. Erica is 100% correct. Drake identifies as Jewish. His own words. He has never identified with his black side. He is a colonizer just like DJ Vlad. He is protected by the Jewish media since day one. I don't want to get in all that. I mean, Judaism is also religion. Like, I think it's complicated, but to each their own and understand where you're coming from. I hear you, but I don't know. It's just complicated. Skull State of Mind. Thank you for the 2. How do I call in? The link was in there, but I am going to try to wrap it up sooner. Let's see. Jamond did you get your audio, Jamond? He got his hand raised, but he can't get his audio connected. You need your mic connected. I can't hear you. You need to turn your mic on. I don't know how to hear him. Jamon's in there. You need to connect your audio. I told him in the chat. Hopefully he sorts that out. Let's see here. Fire in the Sky. The mob is fickle, brother. From Gladiator. It's true. They can turn a dime too. Let's see here. Yeezy Ho. The issue is Drake is a black cosplaying. Okay. Thank you, Yeezy Ho. Jesus. Let's see here. Joe. Jose, why is no one bringing up the video of Drake kissing 17-year-old at his concert? That's a good one. No one did bring that up. Well, I was going to say, part of the complication I just learned is that it's 16 in Canada. So that's different than it is by me. It's 18
And
by me.
and he
In
was in
Canada,
seven. Mhm.
17 in some states too. I think New York and
It
others.
was,
So
and it was in
depend.
Denver where that happened, and
Is that
so
where?
she.
And the consent is 17 there.
Hmm.
So that's probably why. Doesn't make it any better.
Mm-mm.
But like I said earlier, it does makes it complicated because the
Not a good
laws
look.
actually are in his favor, like it or not. And then we had a couple others. Hold on, real quick. Carbonite Stardust kicked them both out of the Famous People Club. I don't have the power to do that, so but I appreciate that you think I do. Carbonized, you're awesome. We love you. But even if I could, I don't want to kick anybody out of Hollywood. Let people decide who they kick out of their feeds. That's how it should be. Everyone should have the choice to. It's like the roast last night. Everybody's complaining. It's too so gross and offensive. Then don't
Yo,
watch. Oh, Jamud got it
yo.
to work. Are you there, sir?
Hey, what's going on, man? This is my first time using this Zoom.
We got it. I was waiting, hoping you get there. How do I
Oh
say your
man,
name?
it's Jamuit, like saying fluid, Jamuit.
Jamuid. Good. Thank you for being here. What are your thoughts? I know you've been waiting patiently, so I want to give you a moment. What did you think?
Man, I wanna say it like this. First of all, I'm the biggest Kendrick Lamar fan that you'll probably ever meet. I love his music. I'm a number one Kendrick guy, so I think I can speak clearly from both sides. I just wanted to preface this with saying that I'm the biggest Kendrick guy, and as far as this battle is concerned, I've been in tune with it from day one, back and forth. But so just to get the battle part out of the way, technically, if you just want to score it like a boxing match, Kendrick Lamar won. I'm going to give him 8-4. But besides that, there are some other things that are going on that I think, as far as Drake. Uh, I actually like the last track that he dropped, the Heart Part Six. I feel like I'm like damn because I've fallen off as a Drake fan. I started liking him in around 2010, 2011 when he first came out, and I heard him really spitting bars over. like a Jay-Z track and things like that. So he has kind of regained a fan in myself due to the fact that I'm like, dude, this guy can spit bars. Also, I think there's a King of the Hill effect going on where it's like everybody in the world wants to dogpile on, the King of the Hill, and Drake just so happens to be that guy. I
It's like
think if it
J-Lo
was,
right now.
yeah, like I say, this is coming from a Kendrick fan, but if Kendrick was in Drake's shoes and had all of the sales and everything, people would be trying to knock his crown off the same exact way. And then I also want to speak on, there was a lady that came on your thing, I don't know,
Erica?
about 20, 30 minutes ago, and she was kind of speaking with a double tongue, or as if she doesn't understand the difference between, I don't know, race, nationality, and ethnicity. She was saying how Drake can't use the N-word as a Jew, but she's acting like she can't understand that he's a black man. It doesn't matter what his religion is because we have black Jews all over the planet. Matter of fact, according to my knowledge, the original Jews were black. So that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But
Thank you. You
I just
said it
want
way
to
better
let
than I
that
could
be
put it
known.
into words.
Wow. Jesus
Yeah.
was a
Yeah, but like I say, I think Kendrick won on a technical tip. This doesn't need to get violent. It's all entertainment. But Drake, I respect him. It's not a thing where I feel like, oh, Drake is just, he's just gone and he's done. No, I actually respect him more for actually stepping into the ring lyrically and putting up a battle against my favorite artist. I don't respect a guy like J. Cole lyrically who just went and tucked his tail and rolled over. That's the guy I don't respect.
But
So
people
I
are
think
saying he won. They're saying
Ooh,
they
He
saying
won.
J.
Cole didn't.
Cole.
Yeah, he won the biggest loser award. Is what he won. He gets no credit from a human moral standpoint. If we want to just take it outside of rap, I'm going to give him all the credit in the world and say if it didn't jive with his soul and he felt some kind of way about his spirit. My only problem was he was the one talking about I'm Ali. I'm starting to be this and that, and obviously I'm in a league of my own. Well, you can't
But
do that in a competitive sport like rap. He should have talked about that. He should have said I'm the Ali of being peaceful or something, not the Ali of being a lyricist and being the top three guys, because these are the top two guys that they've been speaking about for the last decade. Who's the best? Is it Kendrick or is it J. Cole? Well, now, like Nas said, the best are supposed to clash at the top. I feel like J. Cole blew an opportunity of a lifetime to show who was the best. So he gets no credit for bowing out. As a human, he does, but as a entertainer and as a rap artist, he gets zero credit. He shouldn't be given
okay.
any. He's irrelevant. Like he doesn't. I don't look any better upon him or worse. He's just irrelevant to me. But
If
Kendrick won. Drake is still that guy. I like both of them. The whole culture won. That's my opinion on that.
Well said. I like that. I like that opinion. Good thoughts. Isaiah's getting his in. If you are, do you can if do you want to hang around a bit more? Or you need to go.
I'm good, man.
Okay, give me a sec because I want to read these and I want to come back around as we wrap up, and you
All
both
right.
can stick around since you've been patiently waiting so long. But let me just finish these quick. But well said. Also got a comment in from Cool Music Bro says Kendrick did not fight for R. Kelly. He just didn't want DSPs to remove songs based on outside behaviors due to it being a slippery slope. And I think that's a valid take if that was what it was, because it's tough. Michael Jackson's the best example of like, I gotta change.org out for The Simpsons to bring back the Michael Jackson episode just because of those two dumb accusers in Leaving Neverland who are total liars. Simpsons went and shut it all down. Weird Al stopped playing his spoofs of Michael. What the fuck is this? Let us be the decision makers and don't just cancel it based off accusations. So I can see where he's coming from. Once R. Kelly got convicted and put into jail, it makes it a little bit easier for someone to do it. But even then, let us be the call is what I say. But well said. And if that's where he stood, I don't have a problem with that. Shelly Fitzgerald, member 26 months. Have a great day. We'll right back at you, Shelly. And oh my goodness, Roy Williams, first chat of the show on our stream ever and dropped a 50. Woo, Roy, thank you. That's how you do it. If you like your streamers, whether it's me, whether it's Brandon, Kim, Steph, Lewis, anybody in our crew, if you see them and you like a streamer and you got that option, drop something as a thank you, especially if they're streaming for hours on end. I always encourage you guys to remember, we're up against still a lot of those big money companies and streamers, and YouTube doesn't help us as much as you think they do. So thanks for helping when you can. Jay Shaw says, "How do I add my audio?" Oh, is that Was that you? Okay, good.
Yeah,
We figured it out. Sorry, Major. I didn't. I realized. Oh, the Zoom chat's probably how I get you. Savannah, I don't care about the beef. I pray that the security guard recovers and doesn't have any lasting complications for being shot. Prayers to the family. Well said. I agree. Somebody has been hurt. We got to remember that, and let's see what happens. This shooting is XO retaliating on OVO for Cash XO. It says Ash. Thank you for two. Anybody else care to elaborate on what that? Do you guys all agree on that or no?
But wasn't there an OVO and EXO thing back then though too? Like Drake shouted out EXO in a lot of his raps back in the day, right? Or no? I can't hear Isaiah.
Really big falling out. Like,
Something
that
just
was
got loud.
because, like, Drake, well, that was rumored to be because Drake felt salty because Abel didn't ever actually sign to OVO. Like, and he stuck to his word. And, like, apparently, like, I think the weekend being on some of the chat is what I think led the weekend to catching strays and during this whole beef. Like everybody was catching strays because.
Careful, you're holding your microphone, your phone a weird way, or it's messing up your audio.
My bad. They're saying that.
There, now it's better.
Like, I was gonna say that like he really didn't know what to focus on. You know what I mean? Like it was a brilliant tactic. Like tactically, and it was a war on Drake.
Something's really bad on his connection. Sorry, Isaiah, your connection's really. It sounds like you're underwater through half of your moments. Sorry, I want to hear what you're saying, but something's wonky on your audio. Maybe it's not close enough to your connection.
Yeah, it's probably what it is. I'm sorry.
There you go. That's a better spot. Try to keep it there. Go ahead. Finish up.
I was just gonna say that, like, I think
And then we lost.
if somebody tells me to not come to school the next day because of some bad consequences that are gonna happen, I think that I'm gonna take that advice, and I think that Kendrick did just that with J. Cole. I think that he was like, "You are not the target of this massive career-ending beef." And I think that I really respected your 7 minutes. You know what I'm saying? What you gotta do in order to feel right. And I think that the public apology, you know what I mean? I feel I might see you on that, you know what I'm saying, as a hip hop head, you know what I mean, as an old head, grew up listening to Tupac and all that, you know what I'm saying? But like, and I might not look it, but I'm 30 years old, you know what I'm saying? But like I just can't see wanting to lose sleep in this situation, like whatsoever, especially so close to Juneteenth. Like,
yeah, I mean that's why J. Cole dropped out and said that he doesn't want to do that to another guy. But Jamal,
right, then he got a lot of shit for backing out, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then Jamulid brought that up, or Jamulid, right?
Oh yeah, you said it exactly right. Yeah, exactly.
He stepped out though before the cops showed up, so smart on him.
That's my point. Yeah. Like I said, if somebody tell me that the next week is not going to be a good week in school, you know what I'm saying? If I know that person to have a lot of guns, I might just stay home.
Yeah.
Well, he should have learned that in Degrassi. Drake should have learned that in Degrassi.
Degrassi didn't teach him that lesson.
Huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yikes. So, we had a couple more. Let me just make sure I've got. So thank you to everybody who did support. There were two more.
Yeah, I just want to appreciate coming on. Have a good one.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to let you go, Isaiah. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Stay tuned and keep watching, okay?
Will do.
Thank you, man. And then we had real quick from, is it Tonette? Thank you so much for the 10 and the Laughing Fox. That's very generous of you. Amazing. And I think there was one more I missed. Let me see here. Oh, look at this. We got a 50 train coming. Sage, that's how you do it.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Who's going to match
another one?
So we keep it going. I'll keep going. I'll stay longer on if you guys keep doing that. Let's see here. 90 for DA. Don says 17 is state, 18 is federal. So if you go across state lines and commit, that act is a felony. Interesting. If that's true, smarter, makes sense. So if you're in a state that, I guess that's weird. If you live in the state, you have to follow your state rule, even if you're in any other state. Is that how it
I need to
works?
I need to ask my friend that's in Homeland Security.
I was gonna say, I was like, what friend are you gonna ask that, Brandon?
Oh,
It's
Homeland
like
Security.
creepy.
I have a couple of
Yes,
them.
ask the Homeland. I'm curious from a just so we can from these reports. Can you do that, or is it based on what your state? Because if it's not 18 in your state, then I'm confused. So good point out. We'll look into that. Crystal says, Andy, thank you for the coverage. I don't know that much about this beef, but now you do. So I'm glad we got to educate you as best we could, as I'm learning myself. And then Sage, thanks again. My goodness, incredibly generous. If you want to keep it coming, feel free. All right, it's time to wrap up our wrap up. I'm gonna play and it's
Jamoid.
Jamoid. Okay. If
Yeah,
you want to
Jamoid,
stick
yeah.
around, you can be part of this wrap up because you were so
Okay.
eloquently, and I.
All right, cool.
Let's do it. But I want to recap everybody who's joining now, and this will be the portion of the stream that is clipped, just so everyone has the most up to date information. So if you're just tuning in, perfect time because we're going to give you these updates and we're going to look at the press conference again as well. So 1 second as I get these clips ready. Okay, and then I think there is a little bit of a wind or something on your end from the audio, so careful there, Jamoid.
Okay.
Jamoid.
All right.
And then here we go. All right, got it now. Okay, we're gonna play this week. They did a good
Sent to
recap for
hospital
us.
with serious injuries. The hospital with.
Okay, here we go. Now we're doing our recap. 3, 2. You put in the chat, Brandon, just any of our chats. 25710.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Here. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signar. We've been live covering this shooting and police presence over at Drake's house. It's an amazing 3-hour stream. We got into the entire beef between Kendrick, Drake. We had callers call in. We had some really good debates on the line. This is a show you want to see its entirety, so check it out. But I wanted to wrap up our show by summarizing what we know so far based on this new news. Because yes, the reports are coming in that Drake's security guard has been shot near the rapper's home. We have a report here I want to play that summarizes things pretty well. Let's check it out from local city news out in Canada and Toronto.
With serious injuries, the violence happening outside of the home owned by rapper Drake. And that's where we find our Karen Seolin on Park Lane Circle. Karen, what is the latest here?
Yeah, FISA police confirmed that they are investigating a shooting that happened just outside Drake's mansion in Toronto's Bridle Path neighborhood. What we know so far is that shots rang out around 2 o'clock this morning and that a man police have said was not Drake was struck. He was seriously injured and taken to hospital, but fortunately he is expected to survive. Now, details are very limited at this point. This is about as close as we can get to the scene. As you can see, police have taped off the entire property as well as some properties neighboring Drake's mansion. There are several orange evidence markers on the ground outside the main entrance gate where it actually appears this shooting might have taken place. Now, I did speak with a woman who lives next door and she didn't want to appear on camera. However, she told me that she didn't hear anything unusual happening last night. She says this is actually a relatively quiet street, even given her neighbor, and she was quite surprised, FISA, to be waking up to such a heavy police presence.
Karen, I know that we are expecting an update from investigators at some point today, and we'll bring you that right here on City News 24/7. I'm wondering if you're hearing about any details regarding suspects at this point.
Yeah, so right now, police will only say that the suspects fled in a vehicle. As you mentioned, we are expecting an update from investigators really at any time here at the scene, and we will bring that to you live. The timing is suspicious to some. Some are speculating that this might be connected to Drake's ongoing feud right now with Kendrick Lamar. However, FISA, I do want to stress that there is no way of knowing at this point if that is connected. Again, police will only say that the suspect or suspects fled in a vehicle. Again, neighbors tell me who didn't want to appear on camera, they didn't hear anything unusual, they didn't see anything unusual. And again, they were quite surprised to be waking up to the scene. So what we know so far is that a man who was not Drake was struck. He was seriously injured. Fortunately, he is expected to survive, and we are expecting that update from police momentarily.
Well, we have that update for you. That was the next update we had where the police did step up, and here it was, pretty much reiterating what we just heard. And the audio on this clip is not great.
I know there's a lot of interest in this incident, and I hope you can also appreciate that information is very limited at this time, so I only have so much. What I do know, I will advise you of, and I will take a few questions at the end. This morning at about 2 a.m., police were called to a shooting at the residence behind me here. When officers arrived, they located a male who was suffering from an apparent gunshot wound. That male was taken to hospital in serious condition. That person was working, apparently, as a security guard at the residence. He was standing outside of the gates in front of the residence when the shooting occurred. We have individuals who obviously performed the shooting who were seen in a vehicle. I do not have a description of the vehicle or the suspects at this time. Again, it's very early on in the investigation. I cannot speak to a motive at this time because it's so early, but as we get information, we will share it with you. Anyone with information is asked to call 416-808-2510 or Crime Stoppers. You can expect to see an increased presence in this neighborhood for the next little while, but it's no different than any other shooting or firearm discharge. We'll have officers here looking for witnesses to come forward, as well as we canvassing for video. I'll now take a few questions.
Is he cooperating with this investigation?
I cannot confirm if Drake was home at the time the incident occurred, but I can tell you that we are in contact with his team and they are cooperating.
To what extent is the rat beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar part of the investigation focus?
So I am aware of what you're talking about.
This is the question where they asked about the beef. Could this be related to Kendrick and Drake?
But it is so early in the investigation that we don't have a motive at this time. And so I cannot comment further on that.
Didn't deny it.
May not be confirmed. If that is something that you're looking at, knowing that this beef crosses borders into the U.S., is there anything being done in the investigation to maybe prevent a potential suspect from leaving Canada?
So this is no different than any other investigation. Okay, like it's maybe more high profile because there's more people here, but we treat it like any other incident. So we'll be using all our resources. Our teams will be doing as much as they can to investigate this, but it'll be no different than any other investigation at this time.
Have you been able to talk to him? Has he not been able to give you a suspect description? And how is there no video yet of the car that fled?
So I can tell you that all I'm going to say about the victim is that he's still in the hospital in serious condition.
And it's a security guard, he did confirm.
No, I'm not going to at this time.
This is obviously a very well-to-do neighborhood. There's likely a lot of video around. Have you guys been doing your canvassing? Do you expect to get a good amount of video?
I would be surprised if we didn't. I can say that we've already collected some video evidence which captures the incident.
So he confirms that they captured the incident on video.
No idea at this time.
And he does say as well, he's about to say they're still gathering other video
I'm not going to
evidence.
get into specifics about the investigation at this time, just that a vehicle was involved and then fled the scene.
With law enforcement elsewhere?
Does seem like it was a drive-by.
That will be part of our investigation, but again, we're very early on.
How did the 911 call come in? Who made it?
I don't have that information.
Was this security guard alone, or were there other security guards here too?
I don't have that information.
In the incident,
They're not really able to give you anything at this point. He does acknowledge that they do have footage of the incident. He verifies it. They're looking for more ways to get the quality better.
You said you have video capturing.
Is what he eventually says.
Yes.
The actual shooting?
Yes.
The actual incident, he says yes.
A description of the vehicle?
So why aren't you making
any time?
Because you don't want
any people?
No, because we're dealing with video quality issues, correct? So we, as we have information and we're able to analyze video better, then we'll be able to provide more information.
That was the biggest takeaway there. They have it on record, but clearly I'm assuming they don't have a good angle of whether they're in masks, whether with the car, how it's identified. There's a lot we're still waiting on. So that is the update. Now, we did a whole breakdown on the beef. Brandon was here helping me. Jamood was just one of the last ones who came in, and we had a lot of other amazing people calling in. It is a great conversation, gets into a great debate. Become a Patreon member, and you can always watch our replays if this got trimmed to be a shorter video. But all our live streams are always available there after later in the evening for the full replay. But I want to go back to you guys both quickly just to add any other final thoughts to this. Brandon, as we've now gone through these songs, it would not surprise me if this was connected. I mean, from all that we've gone through and based on the chat and the poll that we did, 82% are Team Kendrick on who won this beef. And as you go through these lyrics, not like us specifically in Family Matters, these two, or Meet the Grahams rather, these songs were wild. He dropped some fire diss tracks that seemed to like leave a body, right, Brandon? At the end of the day, of course, there's going to be some emotion involved in this and what it's turned into.
Yeah, it's personal, and every song opens a can of worms. And I know the biggest thing is with the accusations of the PDF things, but Drake is just getting dismantled from all corners, and this is I don't see how this is ending up good for Drake. Like today, his security guard, got attacked, and he was rapping about he's going to come with a bunch of security guards next time they see him. And one of the disses, he mentioned his security guards, and now he's putting his own people in danger, if not setting this up. So what's going to happen? But he's not looking good on this, and he should stick to making pop music and not being rap battle.
Yeah, well, definitely hits ahead now where it's like, yikes, what am I doing? How serious is this getting? It is. Jamo, you were talking about you're definitely more of a Kendrick fan, but you admit you were fans of both. So how has your reaction been to this beef and what's happening? And make sure you unmute. I think you're still muted. Just hit the unmute button.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I think that, of course Kendrick won, like I said, 8-4. But Drake, this is my first time ever saying this in regards to a rap battle, where people say the culture won, the cliche. I truly feel like that in this situation because actually Drake, I look at Drake higher in my eyes as opposed to lower because why? He got in there, yeah, he threw some jabs, he threw some uppercuts. He got knocked out in the end, but at least he fought and he gave us a great show. This is all just supposed to be entertainment. I feel like when it goes past the point of being entertainment, where people's personal lives start getting jeopardized and their safety, then all bets is off and we need to call it off. Like that's just how I, feel about the situation. I know I'm a Gen X guy and I remember my little brothers playing. I realized where this whole thing started from, where we want to kill people after the event, after the entertainment. It's like a boxing match or a UFC match. If John Jones submits somebody or Floyd Mayweather or whoever knocks somebody out, it's like, okay, that's it. The guy gets up and the entertainment is over. It's not like, hey, I want to follow you through the tunnel and, blow your house up and kill you. So I just think, hey, I know that's a new generation thing. I just like to leave it with the entertainment. Like I said, I respect Drake more now than I did before he got into the ring. The one I don't respect is the coward who didn't get into the dunk contest. It's kind of like LeBron James never getting into the dunk contest. That's how I look at J. Cole. But Drake, he can never lose in my eyes. And yeah, Kendrick, he proved to me why, I'm still like one of his number one fans. So kind of everybody won in this situation to me.
Well, as Carbonized Stardust, one of our fans said, this is so un-Canadian of Drake to turn this into what this is.
You know what? I would before that to continue that thought. There was a clip of Lil Wayne who signed Drake to Cash Money, Young Money Billionaire, or whatever. He signed him, and there was a clip where he was saying, "Drake, when you come here, don't try to be like me. Don't try to act like me. Rap about your TV show. Rap about the girls. Keep it Canadian, because he's not like Lil Wayne." Like he said, keep it Canadian.
He's clearly Canadian. I mean, what's this all about? I got two in a row there. Just like.
So yeah, I mean that just goes back to it. It's like, dude, just stay out of this. You have no business in this arena. But he did step up a little bit, and he got his chin checked. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, look, it got personal, it got emotional, it got raw, it got real in these tracks back and forth, which we detail in the longer thing as Brandon and I attempted to get our best. But thankfully, a lot of callers in the chat helped us, and we got a good summary. So if you want to know how this started, where it came from, what these tracks are about, you can head over to our Patreon, watch the full stream. We'll have it up later this evening. But head over there. This is also the best way to support the channel. Patreon takes less than YouTube does, but you can always support your creators through just liking, subscribing, etc. But you can see here Patreon, Popcorn Planet it's patreon.com/Popcorn Planet. All those links are in our link tree. There's so much more to break down. Is this a distraction? That's another thing we were talking about, theories. A distraction from Diddygate? Is it a distraction for Drake, given all the other accusations that Kendrick's bringing out? Could it be a distraction from Kendrick and the allegations against him and his ex Whitney? There's a lot of stuff now suddenly out there. There's a lot of theories. Is this a stunt? I don't think so. It looks like the security guard is in bad condition in the hospital, so we wish him speedy recovery. And as Jamoid said really well, this shouldn't turn into blood. That's not what this should be. This should be entertainment, and this should be art. And sure, it can be a little bit of diss and a little bit of that back and forth, but turning into this is not the way to prove you're macho, whatever. This is never the way. We've lost way too many people this way, especially icons in this industry. And I hope it doesn't continue down that path, because that would just be incredibly sad, disappointing. Keep it in the music. Keep it in the music, which they seem to be doing. What do you guys think? Those of you who watched it, I want to hear who you're voting for in the comments down below. Let us know. Now, we are wrapping up still. I just want to make sure I trim that so I can have a piece to show. But yeah, any other things you guys want to add or say before we do wind the show down? Thoughts?
Mood, you can go first if you want.
Oh yeah, man. Like I say, it's been a wild week. I think this battle here is the greatest rap battle of all time, due to the fact that it's never happened to where guys have gone back and forth like this. Just like this one here just went down. It's even greater than the Nas and Jay-Z battle, because they had kind of one-offs, and then they kind of circled around later. But to me, this is the greatest hip-hop battle ever. Kudos to both of those guys for participating and doing the dance, and just giving us the entertainment that we want. But that's where it should end at. It should all just be entertainment, nothing else, no violence.
Not to interrupt, but it's curious because you say, and I agree, it's all entertainment, it's rap, it can get personal, but do you think that either of them crossed any lines in this diss battle, or is it like a roast, it's all fair game? Where do you stand on that?
You know what? Personally, yes, I do feel like they cross lines. And like I say, this is just me coming from the school I come from. Kendrick, when he did the whole song, what was the one where it was Meet the Grams?
Yeah.
I just believe, like me personally, I believe all, family members is off limits. But Drake, I think he started out throwing a shot at Kendrick's girl. So it's like, damn, I mean, once you open up that door, it's
he did say this.
Catch-22. I don't like the whole family stuff at all, because if somebody comes at my family, it's gonna be a problem. You know what I mean?
But yeah, he sort of opened the door, and therefore that offer. Go ahead, Brandon. Does that open?
I was gonna say Kendrick said that this was supposed to be an exhibition game, right? Like this is just an exhibition sport, this battling. But he went and named the family. Then that's when it made it personal. And he said that on Meet the Grams. He's like, "You're the one who had to open your mouth. Now we're gonna go take it there." And so that's when he addressed the son, the mother and father, and then the unnamed daughter, and then finally addressed Drake. And that's whenever he decimated him, dude.
Maybe moving forward, if we want to keep this great rap battle culture going, we should come up with a law, pass some sort of legislation that says, hey, when you get into a rap battle, you can talk about anything but your opponent's family. How about that?
Yeah, because you don't want another Tupac Biggie situation, and these guys are great voices, and you don't want to take that away from us because they provide great.
Yeah, well, it seems like Diddy allegedly took them both out, from what it seems like. Jesus. Wow. But well said.
Dirty game.
It shouldn't go there.
Yeah.
Shouldn't go there. We had one more chat just so I get you guys in the conversation. I want to make sure I got to
it. Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, go for it.
I just feel to all the people out there listening, especially black folks worldwide and everybody else in between, stop the whole colorism thing. Stop letting the toxicity and the negativity come out about, Drake versus Kendrick and the dark skin versus the light skin. It's all bullshit, because the people who colonized people who look like myself looked at all of us the same way. If you
That's
understand what I'm saying, so kill all of that whole colorism thing. It's whack. I don't gravitate to none of that. I got people in my family that look just as bronze as me or brown to blue, black, and high yellow. So I just kill all of that.
Well said. Exactly. We've got to be there for each other. And there was a lot of. I mean, it's hard because a lot of people have these opinions. And there was one more. Imagine not knowing that there are black Jews. That's right. I think there are. There are. Let's see. Wayward says $3. Thank you for the dancing pair. Tyranna, thank you so much as well for your cute dancing pair. Both of you were on the wavelength. Send that together. And then we had Zach Phillips saying it was Taylor Swift that shot at Drake first. I mean, they both did those Apple ads. I thought Drake and Taylor were friends. Did Taylor Swift ever make a shot at Drake?
I only thought she had one beef with one rapper, and that was Kanye, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only
one I knew too. She hates Kanye and Kim.
Well, didn't Kendrick Lamar work with Taylor Swift?
Yeah, Kendrick did the Bad Blood remix with Taylor. Now, Taylor, I know lots on. I may not know the Drake and Kendrick beefs, but the Taylor beefs, I was going to say, I don't remember a Drake and Taylor beef. If I remember anything, they both did complimentary iTunes ads, iMusic ads that were them singing each other's songs. And they've always been sort of supportive of each other. And yes, Taylor had Kendrick on Bad Blood, so she's clearly Switzerland in this, trying to be nice to everybody. Unless we find out more about either of them, she may distance herself. 904 Don says, basically, I was saying you can't cross state lines to take advantage of minors because the law is different there. Oh, I see. So if it's in your law and you live in New York, you can't go to Colorado to do it in Colorado. That's what you're trying to say. Got it. The federal law would trump saying, well, your state law was this. It doesn't matter that you cross the line. So if you're a New York resident, does that mean you can go? I guess, what is it? If you're a Canadian resident, can you go? Does it work the other way? I think New York's 17. Does that mean you can go to Florida and be with a 17-year-old because you're from New York? Because that's messed up.
No, that shouldn't hold ground.
I don't know.
There,
the whole law. That whole law is weird. And
what is up with that?
I just protect the kids. Even 18's enough. I don't know why they go lower than that.
Have morals, dude.
Yes.
When it comes to that situation.
Yes, 18's young, guys, and it's legal. Just get them at 18. My God, these people going under. They can't even follow that. And if you can't, fuck you. So there we go. All right. I think we've covered everything. We had a really good show. I'm exhausted. I've been up in the morning shooting a lot of other stuff. I was up at 6 a.m., so I've been nonstop streaming, but what a show. Wancho, let's get him quick. I'll let him come by and give his final thought. While we do that, lovely to meet you, Jamoid. Appreciate your insight coming in. Thanks for being here.
Likewise, brother. Both of y'all, man. Thanks for having me on. Hey, it's my first time actually tuning in to one of these like this, so sorry about the technical,
you were well spoken, had some
difficulties getting on. Yeah, thanks, man.
Join us
with your words.
I'll let you go. Go enjoy your outside the space, and lovely to meet you, man.
Yep.
Talk to you soon.
Later.
And then we got Wancho. What's up, Wancho?
Hey, how's it going, Andy? How's it going, Brandon? How are you?
Are you working tonight?
I am off today, and I was just dealing with some medical stuff. Not that I can think of. What's up?
Would you like some plans tonight?
Maybe.
Do you want to go see the new Planet of the Apes?
Sure.
Yeah. Well, you're my date then.
Okay, fantastic.
I'll text you the info. I got a +1 tonight. I never give Wancho enough notice because I always forget, and then I get him and then I'm like, oh shit, and I always call him like, if you can be here in an hour, you can join me. I give you a little bit more notice tonight.
Hopefully it's better.
And thankfully today I'm actually off, so that helps too.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm excited. So I will check out Movie World. I still got to do my Fall Guy review. I didn't do it, but anyway, Wancho, welcome. As we wrap up, what did you want to add?
All right. First off, I am not under the belief that this is some sort of staged act or like there's some sort of like a distraction plot from Drake to get people to stop talking about how he likes some younger.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I honestly believe that this is like some jackass who thinks he's a friend of Kendrick or something coming up and trying to start trouble. Like just go down to like the simplest explanation We don't got a conspiracy brain too much on this stuff. Yeah, the timing is all too convenient because now we're thinking, holy crap, somebody on Drake's team got injured. Ow, that's got to suck. But at the same time, like, I'm not out to like weave a whole convoluted web like, oh, this is because Drake did this over here and he's got this friend with Taylor, and it's like, come on, man. Like, we got to be simpler when it comes to this stuff. We got to be a little bit more chill, just a bit, because usually when the stuff cooler heads prevail. And I was coming up growing up with with 90s hip hop and rap and stuff, and stuff happening with Big and Tupac, the shit happened, like the stuff happening with of all people, Eminem and Ja Rule, the beef that he had with someone having beef with someone in G Unit and D12. You know, like that was stuff that I was like in tune with. So that was maddening. Like, so seeing this, I'm like, are you guys trying to cosplay as better, harder rappers from days gone by? Is that what we're doing now? Is that what we're trying out?
Drake was an actor. Can't forget that. He knows how to act, dude. But and he's been soft in the industry. I just don't think he belongs in this arena. Just stick to making the pop music and club bops.
Yeah.
He don't mess with guys like Kendrick.
He better be thankful Eminem's not the one coming after him. The last guy who did, he chased out of the rap industry and is now Megan Fox's personal blood bank. How do you think Megan Fox is staying so hot and young?
I would never do a beef against Eminem in a rap.
So do you think Kendrick's gonna? I'm not Kendrick, but Drake is gonna do an MGK and change his genre after this? Because
if
Eminem
Drake
slaughtered.
has got any sense of self-preservation, if he's got any sense of self-preservation or whatever, he would drop this like a bad habit and he would get out of Dodge. He would want to drop this right now because someone's getting hurt.
Because press conferences, shootings, does Kendrick lean in, or is that too insensitive at this point?
He's smart.
Kendrick's already he already roasted Drake so hard that it's getting referenced everywhere already, and it only dropped 24 hours ago. Literally last night, a wrestler used a reference from his lyrics as in his promo against another wrestler, and people caught it like that, like, oh snap, he just pulled a Kendrick Lamar on this guy. It was hilarious.
He's become a verb.
The NBA playoffs are going. The NBA playoffs are going on right now, and when they went to commercial break, they played the Kendrick "Not Like Us" song. Damn. And Drake's a big NBA fan. And it's everywhere.
I don't see many people playing Drake music for their NBA promos. I'm just saying.
He did. Hannibal Buress did to Bill Cosby. That's what Kendrick's doing to Drake. It's like a Hannibal Buress, Bill Cosby thing, where it's just it's there. You can look it up. There's stuff that you can find, but
it's true. This is because the rumor's always been there, and let's be clear, it's a rumor. It's a rumor. I'm not making any allegations here, Drake.
Pal.
The rumor's out there, but you're right. Now Kendrick put it out there so loudly that now everyone's like, let's look into this a little bit more. I've seen it everywhere, and that is not good for the Drake brand. And it does seem like there's enough things that are right on that line that you're like, dude, even if it's not illegal, it's a bad look, man. What are you doing? And so that's, I think, the reality of the situation. And not to say Kendrick's fully innocent, but again, it's an accusation, etc. But they're different. They're both bad in different ways. So it's weird to trying to compare the two. But
nobody's innocent on that one. But it's like trying to say, well, this guy was caught jaywalking over here. Says the dude who kidnapped a nanny, who kidnapped a granny at the while trying to rob a bank. Yeah, sure. Like, I'm gonna worry about the jaywalker. Yeah, sure.
But I do, and then I think this is gonna affect Drake's career because Kendrick even called out LeBron James and Steph Curry, basketball players who hang out with him, saying, keep your family away from this guy.
Oh, this was a massacre. This was we are torturing Drake. I'm going no, all gloves off. And I think you're right. It was when Drake called out his family. Kendrick's, that was then the door open to it's on. All right, we're gonna smoke this guy for good. And to be fair, Kendrick, I think even the callers who were defending Drake begrudgingly seemed to acknowledge, yeah. So it's like,
he took the L. Like at this point, Kendrick, he's done all he's needed to. So if Drake tries to pipe up again, Kendrick is going to basically like reduce him to a slag of carbon at this point. That little bit from The Simpsons, stop, he's already dead. That's what we're going to end up having to say.
Yeah, that was what we're saying on the internet, that with the Meet the Grams, he buried Drake.
Yep.
He put him there, and then the last one, Not Like Us, that dropped on Friday night, was just like him dancing over his grave. They were saying it's like, I buried you, and now I'm dancing on your grave. And so Drake, just drop it, dude. Leave it alone.
Exactly.
Go be Malibu's most
Unreal.
wanted.
Final thoughts from you two as we wrap it up. Wancho, go ahead. Final thought.
Final thought. Kendrick 1, Drake 0, and yeah, no, screw them.
Brandon, final thoughts from you, my man.
This has been entertaining, and I think the rap culture, hip hop culture, and the culture won overall. These guys are great. I just hope nothing escalates. And Kendrick, yeah, he got the W out of this. He's walking away with the belt.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope
Easily.
I share both those, and I hope the security guard is okay. And I agree. I hope we don't take this further. Hopefully, this is the warning shot, if you will. And I hope both sides, Kendrick and Drake, snap up and tell their side to back the fuck down and not escalate this further. This is not okay. This isn't okay. This isn't the way we need to go. We've lost too many. We've said the names in here, but this isn't the way to go. So let's be more careful. Hopefully they too back it down, and we can get some peace from this and figure it out. Regarding allegations, well, we need someone to come forward and actually make them. So we shall see if they do. In the meanwhile, I'm not going to criticize either of these guys until that's official, but we will continue to look into it as allegations actually come in, as we always do, and look at them carefully, because due process is key. We can have our opinions. We can speculate all day, but at the end of the day, we're all innocent until proven guilty. You can choose not to watch them, but on this channel, we try our best to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. So lots coming. Make sure if you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for all alerts, smash that like button. Let's see, is anybody else live right now? Can we go send over to a redirect? I'm gonna see.
What's up, Grayson Report?
Grayson Report, Nerd Report.
Hold on, I'm checking.
Or is it a premiere? I'm not sure.
I can't see her. Hold on. We're gonna see if anybody in my feed is available.
And a shout out to Wancho, the Ravens block. Steph the Alternerd, Kim, Nerd Report, Lewis out there doing the coverage on the streets, Nerd Report Daily, Movie World Plus, and Popcorn Palace. Y'all dropped something new the other day, right? Popcorn Palace?
I did. Well, we got one yesterday. I'm doing one more after this. I'll have a Palace video there. We had an early video this morning where we had Giselle's reaction to the roast to Tom Brady. She's not happy. Plus, Ben Affleck's getting called out as well. So there was a lot of reports over there if you want to check it out. But this was clearly the breaking. Yeah, okay, no, Lewis isn't on. They're not there. So no worries. We'll have to, we'll just tune it out. You guys have a great day. We'll be back Thursday live, unless something breaks. We're always here dropping videos. So I hope if you haven't already, you'll hit that subscribe. In fact, let me do an outro just in case. Guys, we had an amazing show. If you missed it, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for all alerts, or become a member so you can check it. That way you can always catch our replays. You can become a member over on our Patreon. That's the best place to catch us, and all the you get more of the revenue goes directly to us, unlike YouTube, who takes a huge percent. So thanks to everybody who supported. Thanks to all of our call-in guests. We had an amazing call-in show. I'm telling you guys, go back and watch this one on the replay over on Patreon. Members, you're going to enjoy it. Thank you to Brandon who came in, Wancho, and everybody else who called in. What an amazing show. Appreciate all you guys for watching. We'll be live again Thursday. We got a lot more videos coming, so keep watching, keep subscribing, keep commenting, keep sharing, and stay tuned for more here on Popcorn Planet.
Go Planet!